So, you want to take down the Lunatic Cultist, but you don't know how. Well, don't worry, because this Ranger guide will show you. So we just killed Plaguebringer Goliath, and now it's finally time to kill the Lunatic Cultist and start our endgame journey. Lucky for you, the Ranger has a few options to take down the Cultist. As for the armor, I'm still rocking the Shroomite armor because I am highly addicted to psychedelics, because it has high defense and good Ranger stats. Hydrothermic, Reaver, and Astral armor are all available at this point. However, Astral armor can only be obtained after Astrumduce has been defeated. But don't be fooled about this armor's useless stats, because all of the good stuff comes from the set bonus. If you have the capacity to kill Astrumduce, I would recommend using Astral armor for this fight, because it does provide better defense, damage, and crit chance. Otherwise, Shroomite armor will work just fine. Hydrothermic armor can also be used as a good substitute if you don't mind sacrificing some damage and defense. This armor set bonus launches flares at enemies every 0.33 seconds, which deals 25% of the damage that triggered the flare, and it would be capped at 50. Shroomite's set bonus is, well, it's a set bonus. And Reaver armor is Reaver armor. My weapon of choice will be the Malevolence dropped by the Plaguebringer, as it provides a high amount of damage and makes quick work of the boss fight. Of course, it will be reforged to Unreal. You probably already have a decent sized arena from when you killed Skeletron. Now that you have a lot more movement capabilities, I would recommend removing a few platforms from the arena so that you don't get stuck as often. Be sure to use arena buffs like campfires, heart crystals, and the candle buffs sold by the Drunk Princess. And you can also use a Bass statue, if available, but not required. And as you'll see, I do not use the candles because I am just that good and definitely did not forget to place them down. The Lunatic Cultist is overall a pretty easy boss fight. The footage you're seeing now is me doing a test run to see how far I could get to killing him, and if I needed to make any adjustments to my gear, but I ended up just killing him anyway. During the boss fight, the arena is boxed in by an invisible barrier that becomes visible as you get closer to the edge. Try not to run into this edge because it will hurt you and knock you back even if you are knockback immune. Phase 1 is very easy. He'll shoot some fireballs at you much like vanilla, but they are much faster and more numerous. Make fast circles around him to dodge these. His lightning attack can be pretty tricky to dodge at first, but the lightning bolts will predict where you move, so if you dash quickly in one direction, then quickly change direction immediately after, it will make dodging this attack easy. For the Stardust attack, he will summon many homing projectiles onto you, and they are very quick, so just make tight, fast circles around the projectiles, and they shouldn't cause you any issues. His clone attack is similar to Vanilla Terraria, although there is no negative effect for hitting the wrong clone. So whenever you see him do this, just spam the attack until you hit the correct clone. Otherwise, he will summon 2 Ancient Visions, which are these things. Yeah, they're in Vanilla Terraria. I certainly didn't know that. They deal a lot of damage and have a ton of HP, so it's best just to avoid it altogether. Phase 2 introduces a few more moves. The portal move is pretty easy to dodge. He'll summon a lot of different portal-looking things that explode shortly after. Find a safe spot before they explode to dodge the attack. He'll also fire multiple ice balls that shoot out a lot of projectiles all at once, but there will be guidelines that will show you where the projectiles will travel, so just be sure to find a safe spot before they go off. His second phase fireball attack is a little bit different. He will shoot fireballs at different directions, but they are very slow moving and they slightly home in onto you. Don't travel too fast during this attack, as that would spread out the projectiles all across the arena. Instead, take it slow and pay close attention to where they are coming from, and it will be pretty easy to dodge. His last phase 2 attack consists of this big ass laser that does a wide sweep in a near 360-degree rotation. This attack follows immediately after the fireball attack and is pretty hard to avoid. When you anticipate that this attack is coming, get as close as you can to the Lunatic Cultist and try to circle around him to avoid the laser. Or you could also just use your Rod of Dischode to teleport past the laser. The Lunatic Cultist has a desperation phase that is pretty easy to dodge. Don't worry about attacking him during this phase, as he's already dead. You just need to survive this last attack. You'll want to definitely avoid the lasers, as they do deal a lot of damage, but the projectiles he shoots afterwards aren't as bad. Obviously, still try to dodge the projectiles, but it's more important to dodge the laser. And that is the entire boss fight. Thanks for watching.